Hello, I'm Gary Thornton. I'm here with Demitrius Mathis, a student at the University of Georgia, and he and his research team have conducted a survey of management practices that impact salmonella levels in poultry houses. Demitrius, could you tell us a little bit about your project? How did it work?
Our project in general is a project that basically it studies the management practice in the broiler breeder levels of the poultry industry. We basically came up with a 50-question questionnaire that goes in very detail concerning the biosecurity methods, the current management practices, the rodent control, and the feed types used in broiler management to determine how much or which factors actually relate to the presence or the prevalence of salmonella on the farm level itself.
So you conducted a survey, and then your researchers went out into the field and actually measured the prevalence. Is that correct?
Yes, like we actually did the survey while out on the field at the time. So we actually took a look at the actual or the current management practice level of the farm itself.
What did you find out?
We had a general binomial regression model, which basically looked at each question individually for our questionnaire, and from each question we looked to see if there was any statistical significance based on question compared to the prevalence of salmonella at that house itself. In doing this, we found out that there were a number of variables independently that were associated to the prevalence of salmonella. We then combined all the variables together in one multivariable analysis, which then we then used a backwards stepwise reduction to kick out any variables that were not statistically significant. In the end, we came up with 5 variables after adjusting for age and the state that the samples were collected. We came up with 5 variables that showed statistical significance as to relating to the contamination of salmonella on the farm. Those 5 variables were the amount of water and or manure on the slats, whether the feed was treated with or for bacterial pathogens, the number of service or visitors that was allowed onto the farm within the last 14 days, and how often the producers themselves walked through the house to pick up dead birds. The size of the house was minorly statistically significant, but it wasn't a major variable.
Thank you very much, Demitrius. Appreciate it.